Greetings, learner, teachers. Dr. Z here, live in self-isolation, and here to introduce what we're going to be working on in week 2 of our virtual classroom. Check it out. So, as always, I encourage you to begin with a minute of silence. This week, I've included 1 minute of Jorge and Fluffy hanging out in their fish tank. And you add a little music or something in the background, but again, I encourage you to begin every class with just a minute of centering. Then I'm picking up some new skills and having fun with iMovie, and I've created a video to welcome you to our virtual classroom. I hope it gets you pumped up to work together in this environment. Then every week, I'll begin with a Monday morning check-in question for you to respond to, and just post your responses. You can see some people have already responded here. And later, you should read through what other people have posted and feel free to add comments to help build our virtual classroom environment. Then last week, I asked you to look through the best class ever characteristics and kind of pick the ones you thought were still relevant. So I've summarized them here in this document. And I'm going to ask you to do some goal setting. This is your quadrant right here, based on the responses that we had. And this week, you're going to be posting your response here in our Padlet. And this person says anonymous. I have to reset this because I do want your names. This should not be anonymous. And by the way, your goal should come from the best class ever characteristics, and you should also include why this goal is important to you. So here's an example of how not to do that. And I'm going to say goodbye to this person, and they'll have an opportunity to repost. All right, what else is going on this week? So you'll be back in the conspiracy theories unit. Continue working on this project. The goal is for you to finish the project by the end of this week. Now, I want to remind you on these hyper slideshows that I'm going to be using to organize our content, make sure you just go step by step through each slide and just read and follow the instructions. And if you do that, you will be successful. Now, last week I asked you to post how you wanted to communicate your information that you're learning. And so there was a Google form to go to. And so far, 24 people have responded. Everyone should respond soon because this assignment theoretically, ideally, is due at the end of the week. And you can see that most people have chosen to do a slideshow at this point, and these people have chosen to write a short paper. You will be required to write a short paper this trimester. Those of you that do it here and now will not be required to do that for a different assignment. Those of you that do a slideshow here, eventually you are going to have to write a short paper for Integrated Science B. So again, be sure to post what your choice is going to be. And then as you continue working through the slideshow, and there's guidelines for each assignment, then there's an elaborate section where I ask you to look into a specific conspiracy theory to explore it. And then there is an advanced option, and I hope most of you will take advantage of this, besides just responding to these questions here, but actually to include what you found out about your conspiracy theory that you investigated in your final paper or presentation. And then, again, some guidelines for submitting. And last, there will be a survey at the end of the week about how things are going in this virtual classroom. So you'll be able to give me some feedback on how this setup is working for you. And I'm really hoping that a few of you will take this extension option and create your own conspiracy theory. And I'll create it says put a link to your creation here, but I think what I'll do is create maybe a Padlet or someplace where we can post them and people can enjoy each other's ideas for ultimate conspiracy theories. Maybe I'll write one. In fact, I will. I'll make up a conspiracy theory just for fun, and so we can all enjoy some creative work there. So I hope you'll take advantage of that. A couple other items that I want you to be aware of. I already talked about that, how you're going to communicate your understanding. Last week, I also asked you something about how you were feeling about this virtual environment. You responded with some comments, uncertainty. Most people were feeling okay as of last week. Some people were excited. Some people were ready to give it a try. We had some nervous people dreading it, and a variety of other comments. But what I really wanted to focus on is this issue right here. So I asked you what office hours would work best for you, and you can see that 36% don't care, so any time's going to work for them. The next largest quadrant is mornings after 9, and then the next one is afternoons after 1. So my goal starting this week will be to be online from 10 to noon and 1 to 3. And what that means for you is that you can email me or post a comment during those hours, and I will. The goal is for me to respond immediately. We may even work out down the road that we have some sort of a online hangout where we can kind of talk to each other a little bit. That's still in development, but that's the goal. So I want you to know I will be online, ready to respond to your needs as quickly as possible during those hours. And then finally, again, at the end of the week, I will post this virtual classroom check-in to get some responses to see how things are going. I want to remind you, last week I also posted a PDF version of the slideshow, the conspiracy theory slideshow. And again, this PDF version allows you to use Snap and Read to have the text read out loud to you. That includes, you can use that also for the links, for the readings, etc. And it also, those of you that English is your second language, you can also use that Snap and Read to translate the documents into Spanish. Or if I have some other language readers out there, I had a Cantonese student, a student who spoke Cantonese last trimester, and he was able to do some translating into his native language as well. So take advantage of that to help support your learning. And again, remember, I'm here for you if you need me. So I hope we have a great week 2 together. I'm planning some exciting things for week 3 and looking forward to our continued online interaction. Dr. Z, live in self-isolation, over and out for now.